My name is Peter Nakhid. I live in New Orleans East. I've been in New Orleans I've been living here for 40 years. I'm a photographer and videographer here based in New Orleans. I cover a lot of cultural events. I've been the cultural videographer for New Orleans, and I'm also been dubbed the griot for New Orleans. The changes actually started being implemented before Katrina, but they took on a rapid pace after Katrina, as far as the building of infrastructure, the schools, the hospitals, just a lot of rebuilding that's been going on in New Orleans. Pre-Katrina, there were a lot of initiatives that were underway that really could not have been implemented in a way that I guess the bureaucracy wanted it to be done. For instance, they wanted to close down charity. They wanted to redo the schools. Two big indicators that were really implemented properly after Katrina, because after Katrina, they managed to fire 6,000 teachers and also deal with charity. Before Katrina, the state was taking over a lot of the schools because they said they were underperforming, but that was because they had already made plans to introduce a new type of school system into New Orleans, but they could not do it properly had not Katrina happened. Also with charity, charity was draining funds from the state's budget, and they needed to, they had in mind a medical facility that really did not include charity, and that was implemented post-Katrina. So the schools and the hospitals, as far as crime was concerned, a lot of crime was happening pre-Katrina. In fact, 2 and 3 people were getting killed a night. The heat was horrible. A lot of stuff was going on pre-Katrina. New Orleans could have been rebuilt in the image and likeness of the residents that were here pre-Katrina. But like Mayor Nagin said, he wanted a chocolate city, which means he wanted a city that would exist like it was pre-Katrina, with some other people that were here. But when he said that, he exposed what the bureaucracy was trying to do, was to eliminate a lot of residents, especially residents with low income, residents that had a low literacy level, so that they could rebuild New Orleans in their own image. They were talking about stuff like New Orleans was going to be the Las Vegas of the South, where they were going to compete with the Mississippi coast as far as the casinos were concerned. They were talking also about really not rebuilding New Orleans East at all, where I live, because they wanted to build an airport because of the problems they were having with the airport's location in Kenner. So there were a lot of stuff that that were not talked about as far as exposure on the news, but they were silently implementing them.